What's going on here? Tonight's dinner will be seafood stew made with plenty of fresh Lamar fish. Is everyone ready? Yes. First, let's prepare all the ingredients. Hey, let me help out too. Just watching them is making me hungry. Right? These three cuties are so different, but there's something irresistible about each of them. One's sweet, one's shy, and one's cool. Ooh, I just want to have them all. I don't think that's what she meant by hungry, Angelica. Anyway, I'm more worried about the fact that Freddy's helping. It should be fine as long as Sandy's here to keep an eye on him. Wait, Toa? Was she in my party?
I'll take a look.
Yeah, I don't have enough for the threshold yet. Head Chef Sandy, may I add some barnacles? Yeah, go right ahead. Well, it should be fine, hopefully. Alright, time to make some good curry. The train Panzer Soldat's under the setting sun. Fantastic, you cannot beat it. Yeah, it's majestic and melancholy in equal measure. Ooh, that makes for some good lyrics. Note it down, quick. Sure thing. And this is really inspiring. I can feel my creative juices starting to kick in. I'll never get bored of this sight. Here, Sunset, do us a favor and stay there for a while. Hey, Schwarzer, give me permission to take one of the bikes. If you're worried, you can tag along in the sidecar. There's no way I'd give you permission for that. I'm sorry to say, but if we let you use a bike, I'm worried you wouldn't come back, Ash. Damn it, should just ask for permission to leave. You're as much as a troublemaker as ever. Though I'd say you've mellowed out quite a bit since the Civil War. Oh yeah? What happened during the Civil War? It was the first time I ran into this guy. Isn't that right, Mr. Big Bad Leader of Fafnir? Fafnir, what's that? That name never meant anything to me. It was just something for the others to rally behind. Oh, I see, you were the boss of a gang. Well, their goal is to protect our town from thieves. That's a surprisingly noble goal. Yeah, but after the war was over, I didn't want any trouble, so I disbanded it. I don't like thinking about my past, so go ahead and forget about all that crap. Well, wait, we got those bikes and we can't even ride them. I should have just asked for permission to go out.
Let's go!
It's my turn!
The rest must be inside the cars. Oh, this is quite the interesting group. There are some faces I've not seen in some time. Now that you mention it, it has been a while, huh? Yeah, but we've gotten way more talkative since last time. Is it just my imagination, or do you even look more handsome too? I assure you, my appearance has not changed at all. Nevertheless, I shall accept your compliment. Looks like he kinda liked it? Seems so. Toa was playable in the last game, so why doesn't she show up as an icon? That's weird. So you and Jessica chose the Spiegel, huh? Those fancier models are so much cooler. You're missing the point. What matters is your compatibility with the model. Just because it's more complicated doesn't mean it's inherently better. Good job, Kurt, you get it. Each of the different models bring out their pilot's unique traits. Yeah, I could make good use of my martial arts skills with a Hector. Use a Spiegel back then too. On the other hand, I had success using the Spiegel too. I guess the Draken would probably be the best for me. But Kestrel would be good for quick attacks. Considering Sara's speed type crafts, I feel like Kestrel would be the best one for her. Yeah, I know, but little boy inside me just wants to have the best one. Like if it were an orbital car, I'd go for the fastest one. Chicks dig that, you know? Is that the only thing you care about? Oh, Angelica, let me introduce you to Maya. She's in the tea ceremony club with me. A pleasure to meet you. Ooh, that lustrous black hair and those sharp features. I like her. And you say she does tea ceremony stuff? Hey cutie, maybe you can make me some tea and we can get to know each other. Yeah, I gotta stop you right there. Angelica, that's not what they do for tea ceremonies. Oh yeah, NG. Angelica, you really can't turn any conversation into a pickup line. There's a lot I could learn from you. Angelica really knows how to turn any conversation into a pickup line. Oh, Yeah, shame I have to leave so soon. I'll just have to teach you my tips and tricks some other time. These two make a deadly pair. I hear Angelica utilizes Eastern martial arts. Can someone like this really be a master of Kung Fu? She's not always like this. Whew, field exercises are way more exhausting this time. Got more Panzer Soldaten to manage this time, Ash is gone, and there are rumors about mysterious Jaegers running around. Are things just as tough for you guys in military finance? Yeah, pretty much. We've got a lot more to do and less people to do it now that Musei's gone. Yeah, it's especially tough for the medical team. Musei took care of a lot of things for us. Oh, I guess we're all swamped with work then. Oh, I'm so hungry. It's kinda hit me all at once too. That sort of thing will happen after we make it out of a stressful situation. Yeah, not to mention, our rations were as skimpy as ever. Oh, Instructor Rean. Yeah, hello out there. Hello there. It's been some time, Lady Angelica. Hey there, Jessica. Good to see you again. That cool gaze of yours has an even more lustrous shine now. Oh, thank you. You two know each other? Yep, I tried out a bunch of stuff before I decided to specialize in fists. Her family spear style is one of the things I put a lot of time into. Yeah, I can definitely picture you trying out all sorts of weapons. Angie's always been really gung-ho. You know, I already knew about, but the one in glasses there is a real cutie too. You ladies come here often, or is this a special occasion? Hey, we're in a tennis club together, so we're just chatting here. Tennis? Oh, that's wonderful. Nothing's better than the sight of a girl in her tennis outfit, skirt fluttering as she leaps to return a volley. Lady Angelica, try and control yourself. Angelica sure took control of that conversation. Okay, anyone in the front? Time to talk to all the red markers then. Sarah Valstein, Major Revelts told me much about you, including the fact that you came to the aid of Instructor Schwarzer and her students. Oh, it was nothing. As for you, Major Irving of the RMP, I've heard you played a major part in re-establishing the Imperial Army in the East during the Civil War. So imagine the school was just kicking down your door to offer you a job. Do you really think? It would make sense. My employment is none of your concern. Let me remind you that you bracers are interlopers here. Try to refrain from getting too comfortable. Yeah, I wasn't planning on staying anyway. Lady Angelica, I hear you'll be attending the Imperial Provincial Council in your father's stead. It would do you well to make your way to Ordis instead of spending any more time here. It's like you're trying to get rid of me. I'll head over there once I'm good and ready. As you wish. Schwarzer, about our earlier discussion. While I cannot condone your approach, I also cannot deny there are reasonable grounds for an investigation. The choice is yours to make, just don't allow it to impact your students. Understood, thank you, Major. Interesting. Then we talk to Randy. I'd heard the rumors, but I didn't want to believe them. Nice to see you too. You two. Know each other? Yeah, but it's been like 8 years. We met when we were both Jaegers. Oh, that would explain it. Last time we met was on the battlefield. I would have been about 16. The Purple Lightning, a true inspiration to all us up-and-comers. An inspiration who left a Jaeger lifestyle behind shortly thereafter. Red Reaper, son of the War God. I'm glad to see your time in Crossbell mellowed you out. I never expected you to be working with Reed and Toa. Life's funny that way. Anyway, I'm just happy you're here. You're gonna help even the odds. If my little cousin's kicking around, we're all in for a bad time. You're telling me. Bloody surely, she was bad enough before the society made her an enforcer. Right? Talk about a sick joke. She didn't seem so scary when I saw her in Summerland. Don't let her looks fool you. She could make a man-eating tiger turn tail and run away. Oh, sounds like she's my kind of woman. Now, never thought I'd meet the Purple Lightning again, and here, of all places. Just goes to show you never know what life has in store for you. Leonora, why did you choose the Hector? Honestly, it just fits me best. The weapon too, I just love those really powerful ones with a lot of kick. You you didn't really prefer any of the soldats over the others, right? Right. Personally, I found Valimar the most interesting, but I don't know if I'd be able to pilot him well. You put him as one of your choices? Any idea why you like him the most? I don't really know. Gotcha, fair enough. You're okay with me not having a reason? Of course, that's just how liking stuff works sometimes. Not everything has an easy explanation, you know? Take me for example, I can't explain why I feel like doing some of the stuff I do, I just follow my gut. Interesting. That's good to know, thanks. Oh, she's gotten a lot more expressive, don't you think? She certainly has. Seems like her time here has been worth it so far. Right? I'm glad to see it. It's good she has a friend like Leonora. Oh, Sara, it's been too long. No kidding, how have you been since Heimdall? How many people do you know? I imagine they met each other through the guild. That's right, we met once Agate and I traveled to the capital from Crossbell. You two and that other Liberalian A-rank racer, right? You know, Agate's been worried sick about you, but it looks to me you're as right as rain. You bet. I guess racers really do know everybody. Well, that'll happen when you're part of an international organization. Angie? She's an angel. That mesmerizing cuteness, that youthful charm, that's a svelte yet capable frame. She must be an engineer, because she's gone to work on my heart. Her skin's hair are a land of milk and honey, and the tools and oil stains just make it all the sweeter. What's an angel like you doing all the way out here? You're from Liberal, right? What a shame I didn't know you last year. I could have slept over. Okay, settle down now. That's one way to make an introduction. Angie, you're scaring Tita. Oh, forgive me, I lost myself in your eyes. Angelica Ragnar, Toa's best friend, Reen's honorary elder sister, and a dear companion to George, who I'm sure you know. I thought your name sounded familiar. George has mentioned you a few times, I think. Oh, what did he say? Perhaps something like Angie's a wonderful woman of inestimable character who you can, nay, should happily offer your body to. If you ever visit the Empire, beware of a woman named Angelica who dresses like a man and flirts with any girl with a pulse. Damn you, George! Sounds about right. George really has her pegged. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure Angie's joking at least half the time. Oh, we leaving already? I had such a great time getting up close and personal with all these sweet little kittens. You really gotta put a leash on that libido of yours, you know? But anyway, we shouldn't overstay our welcome, so it's about time we hit the dusty trail. The two of you are going to take Angelica's bike to Ordis, right? It's alright, I'll come with and see you off at the junction. Oh, there's no need for that. We'll be seeing each other tomorrow. Well, let's just say I've gotten a personal thing to take care of. Huh? Well, alright then. Sounds like we're finished here, so let's move out. Leave camp. Do I... usually when they give me guest characters, they give me at least enough to fill out the party. It's kind of difficult to fight with only 3 people, since one person I'll have to keep remembering to re-link them with someone. Okay, that's pretty much all my party members spoken to. Leave camp by bike? Yeah, I've done all I could, I think. There aren't too many missables in the camp. Angie, instructor, take care on your way back. Always, see you later. Thanks, Toa. I should probably head out too. I've got some things to do tonight, so don't wait up for me. Oh, okay. Jeez, it just breaks my heart. I think my sweet little people could have grown up to be so deceitful and standoffish. Huh? Hey, if you were any more transparent, you'd disappear completely. You're planning to go out alone to paint Raquel red tonight, aren't you? Not exactly. What? But if you're going alone... Hold on, Reen, does that mean you're going to one of those establish? Okay, yeah, no, let me stop you right there. Major Michael's cleared me to go to Raquel. And I figured if I'm looking for information, I'd have better luck after sundown. Oh, phew. And you weren't bringing your students because that would draw too much attention, maybe? Gathering more info on the Jaegers, huh? Running off on your own on a secret mission. Well, you're nothing if not consistent. Seriously, it's kind of ridiculous. You know we're here to help, right? Yeah, sorry. Wait, what are you saying exactly? You're out of your element in a city like Raquel, but it's my natural habitat. Why wouldn't you want to bring me along? My work as a bracer's brought me there several times as well. If you're looking for information, you'll need someone who knows the hotspots. But, don't you butt me. It's been so long since the last we saw each other. The least you can do is let us help. Listen to the woman. Calm down and work with us. I can talk to Eustace and the others at the castle in Ordis. Angie, Instructor Toa. I try to play things close to the vest and you guys see right through me. That's a sign I'm gonna need your help. Thank you, both of you. There we go. See, leaning on us isn't so bad. I'll be sure to keep this a secret from the students. Just don't be back too late. Thanks, Toa, I won't. Alright, let's get going. The pleasures of the night await. Angie, just don't go anywhere weird, okay? Okay, let's get going before the students find out. The sun's setting. It'll be dark by the time we're in Raquel. Perfect, that's the best time for new information. How about you do the driving, Reen? Sure, I'm ready to go. I can't teleport there, and I can't even return to the field camp. I'm just gonna have to bike my way there. You can also use the horse if it looks like it's too tight. Let's try to play while it's laid out. Okay, so that was the... No, but I can't go there. I'd rather not fight enemies in my current condition. Having only 3 people really makes it hard, a little more cumbersome to use link attacks. What the? Oh snap, they're forcing me to fight anyways, those jerks.
Now, bring it on!
Brave Orders. Ebon Dragon.
Evan Dragon formation!
That'll give us some decent evasion to work with.
Get back! It's down!
This one's mine!
Deadly Assist.
Take this!
And wow, it survived. Zero impact. Very powerful, but only single target. Laser bullet.
Break!
An opening!
It's my turn.
Thunder Vortex. Definitely one of her best moves, but... Shoot, I can't move it around so I can center it outside of between the enemies. I want to get them both, I need to use Thunder Vortex.
I'll shred you to pieces! Now! Here!
Oh no! Please dodge.
There it is!
It's my turn!
Huh. Evade tank for the win.
Sit!
It's my turn! I'll go my own way. That's all there is to it.
Whew, that's that. Your luck turned sour the second you came between my fist and my bike. I was right to ask you to come. Both of you have really upped your game. It's probably thanks to this no-good group I've been up against the last few months. You went back to train in the Republic, right, Angelica? Yeah, I met with my master. The Republic's not looking so good nowadays. It's not much different from the Empire. The guild's been flooded with work. We had the guy transferred over just to ease the workload, and Fee's been a blessing since she joined last year. I saw her when I was in Summerland. I was so impressed that when I heard she was the youngest ever to get her senior bracer badge. Maybe I was just that damn good of an instructor. She becomes a bracer and you go and start teaching. You guys are gonna soar ahead of me in no time. I've still got a lot of ground to cover before I catch up with you. Angelica, how was traveling the continent? If only I could put it into words. especially to the east. To see it, well, it's getting dark. I'll stop myself. Let's talk about it more when we've got TLoH with us. And here I was ready to curl up next to the campfire, but I've heard a few things. Master mentioned that what the east was starting to look like. Sure, I'd love to hear about it with TLoH and George. Oh, you know, I heard George has been by the branch campus. Did he say anything? Maybe about the masks man? I've only heard about Azure Siegfried from others. And there was that bit about how the gnomes in the Black Workshop might be one and the same. Did he look that much like him? I don't know, I don't want to think about the impossible. That's all I can say. Yeah, you're right. It's been about 1.5 years since the funeral. But it's been still bothering you, isn't it? Yeah. George is looking into the Black Workshop for me. I'll be seeing him in Ruhr after a council. I'll let you know if he tells me anything new. Thank you. Okay, enough standing around. Let's head to Raquel before it gets dark.
Alright,
I can still use my horse if I want.
Alright, let's go.
Yes, easier to maneuver even if it's not quite as fast. There may be more mandatory encounters if I'm not careful. Okay, there might be another mandatory... Let's see, which way should I go? I'm guessing they're going to cut me off no matter which path I choose.
Looks like a toughie. Stay on your toes.
There are a lot of nasty critters.
Looks like a toughie. Stay on your toes.
Oh. Frogs.
Purple lightning, ready for battle.
Let's see. Ebon Dragon. Lightspeed Flash is kind of expensive. I'd rather use it when I have more people around so that it'll be easier for me to fill up the BP gauge. Ebon Dragon.
Information.
Nice and efficient. Okay.
Get back! Now!
This one's mine.
Whoa. That froggery cell has so much range. What the heck?
It's my turn.
That's kind of insane.
Now! This one's mine! I got this!
So I'm gonna hit all of you at once. I don't think there is.
This one's on the house! Here's our chance!
An opening! It's my turn!
Ebon Dragon Formation!
It's my turn!
Okay, let's see if I can do something about you.
Get back! It's down!
This one's mine! Let's go!
Everyone is pretty screwed, huh?
Break! This one's mine!
It's my turn! Get back! Now!
This one's mine!
This is it!
Yeah!
Okay, normal. Let's just use normal attacks then. Light speed flash. Delay, less delay, but will I be able to refill all my CP in time?
Your foes! Light speed flash! I got this! Here's our chance!
An opening!
Let's do it!
Dang it, she didn't. Should have moved her closer.
I'm up! Sit! It's down!
Here! Let's do it! Now!
An opening! It's my turn! Ha! It's down!
This one's mine! I got this! Now!
An opening!
Let's do it! Now!
An opening! It's my turn! Ah! It's down!
This one's mine!
Unscathed.
We did it, Instructor Sara!
You
Whew, it's already sundown. Perfect timing, Raquel's just ahead. That's where the blonde student of yours is from, right? Oh, you mean Ash? Yeah. I actually thought about bringing him with me, but... Good call, even though I'm sure he would have been happy to come with. You never want to give one of your students preferential treatment. Well, that's part of it. It's just, I feel there's something dangerous about him. Dangerous? I hope he's not overhearing this. Don't get me wrong, he's top of the class in terms of potential and natural talent. He's smart and athletic, capable of doing anything he puts his mind to. Yeah, he can be a bit of a provocateur, but he's also a good communicator. He can gain your trust before you know it. People at school and his acquaintances from Raquel all agree on that. It's just... he's like a knife out of its sheath. I'm sure you know this already, but during the Civil War, Ash guarded his friends to defend Raquel from armed raiders. He was brilliant and thorough, and downright ruthless when he had to be. Once it was all over, a whole lot of people wanted to recruit him. In fact, that's why Tobo and I invited him to join the guild. We wanted to see what this dangerous young man could do. Oh. Honestly, the kid kind of reminds me of him. A crow, I mean. He was never half as angry as Ash, not openly. He was hiding it away, just trying to keep up the facade that he was just a regular student. But I could see that anger back when we were testing the first Arcus units, and we were constantly butting heads because of it. Angelica. Wow, that takes me back. You're afraid that he might turn out like Crow, huh? But over time he started to soften, little by little. Not enough to stop his plans, of course. It began when he spent time with Toa, George, Instructor Sara, and me. And it continued when he was a second year, when he met you in your class, Rean. So don't worry about Ash, he's in good hands. Yours. I think you're giving me a little more credit than they deserve here. Honestly, he's not the only one I'm worried about. It's all my students. Yuna, Kurt, Altina, Muse. I want them all to shape each other and help each other grow, like the original Class 7 did for me. If I can help them get to that point, I'll consider my job done. Oh, that's so happy. I really think your guidance will do Ash some good. Just keep watching over him, and Muse too. Muse's the girl with the mint green hair, right? There's just something about her, something unusual. It seems you know her pretty well, Angelica. What's the story there? Her grandfather, County Gret, and my father are close. I've known her family since I was just a girl, but it's been a while since we've seen each other. Though I'm happy to hear she grew up so close to the Princess Elephant during your shared time in Saint Estrella. And what providence that after she left, she came to join you and Toa at the branch campus. We're truly blessed. Blessed, right. It's quite a non-answer there, but I'll leave it be. I said exactly what I meant to say. She may be sweet as candy, with a mind of unfathomable depth and beauty, but remember, she's still just a 16-year-old girl. Yeah. So play along with her, but try not to get played. Be there for her where I couldn't, that's my request. Of course. She's just like any of my other students. I'll keep an eye on her and help whenever she needs me. That's the spirit. They totally followed you somehow. And look at that, there's Raquel, shall we? Yeah, let's go. There's still a frog in the way.
There!
Oops. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. Out of the way, coyote thing. Raquel. Meanwhile, yep, they're gonna follow us, aren't they? Gonna take some of the bikes, or maybe even take a soul out there. Understood. Regarding Angelica, tell her to come by tomorrow morning. Of course, I'll let her know when she gets back. My word, she's the same as ever, but now Schwarzer too? Attempting to venture out alone at night with Jaegers lurking around every corner? Yeah, but it's only something he'd do, you know? But he's got those two of him, so we probably don't need to worry. And they know. Hey, was that? Yes, most likely. Again?
So damn obvious. It's easier if he ain't around anyway.
Heading off on our own, are we? Yuna and the others should be here soon. An adventure like this would be much better with friends, don't you agree?
You little... Your mask keeps slipping, by the way. But... you know that, don't you? Yeah, this is all part of your plan.
I'm a member of Class VII. Nothing more, nothing less. I heard you complaining about Instructor Rean and thought you might want a friendly ear. Come now, we have a strategy to devise.
How are we going to sneak out with Major Michael around? And Toa, I'm not sure they'd let you off so easily. You might be able to convince Randy somehow since he does like this kind of stuff, but the other two would definitely be harder to convince. It's so different at night. Raquel has all the entertainment you could ever indulge in. I'd say it holds up perfectly well against the entertainment districts in the Republic and Crossbell. Don't tell me that's all you did when you traveling about the continent. Actually, don't. Let's focus on the Jaegers. We know that multiple witnesses have come forward with sightings in the city. It could be those purple Jaegers or Nihon. Well, not even just those. We've got 4 in total. Right, the Red Constellation and Zephyr are also possible. Let's start investigating the more crowded spots and keep it at it from there. And where's there's a crowd, there's beer. Rean, you're down to drink now, right? Let's hit up the clubs and casinos then. Alright. You're worse than I ever was. Let's go then. Check out the places that stood out during the day. And that's not all. That informant. We need to catch him by the scruff of his neck. I'm due for a nice talk with that informant. Okay, there's a hidden quest, but they say I won't be able to do it yet. Starting with this crowd here. It's all good. Newcomers just pay a one-time 1,000 Mira fee. Oh, that's alright. There's somewhere else I'd like to go. Let's go, sir. The girls are waiting. Yeah, let's go. Hey. Screw them. Our club is 1,000 times better. I didn't see him during the day. Excuse me. What's up? Rean asked the young man about the Jaegers. Oh, yeah, I think they were shooting at each other during the other day. It was Nihon and someone else. They're always going at it. You could hear the commotion from all the way here. And I think the guy said it was late at night. That does sound tricky. It'll quiet down eventually, don't worry too much about it. I didn't think he'd spill names just like that. I heard a similar commotion during the day actually, but we still don't know he didn't name the purple ones. This is a reliably city at night. I've got a feeling we'll finally get some answers. Hello, handsome. Oh, oops, you already got escorts for the night. No, they aren't escorts. Don't let them get you down. I've never seen a beauty like you. Care to spend the night with me? Really? Angelica, what is wrong with you? Anyway, guess I'll be the one to ask. Sara asked the young lady about the Jaegers. They come by the club sometimes, yeah. We have a VIP room they usually like to use, so we don't mind them either. Last week we had 3 of them swing by. The owner said they belong to Zephyr. There we go. The 3 of them, they must be Rutger, Lino, and Zio. I haven't seen them since. Maybe they went to another club. Zeno, Leo, and Rutger. Yeah, I got their names fixed up. This is good to know. Thank you. By the way, you should have a little more confidence in yourself. A flower like you is always the most vibrant when in bloom. Okay, I'll work my hardest. Were you trying to recruit more girls for your fan club? Chapel? There's something new in here? But you were here during the day too. Oh, you're Ash's? Yeah, I'm his instructor. Instructor, is Ash doing well? Well, I know that he's doing well, but I can see that you're worried. It seems you've known him for quite a while. Well, not that long. I only came here just before the Civil War. But as you may know, Ash is, well, Ash. He doesn't really take care of himself. It's been a while since he lost his mother. I'm glad I made it into a prestigious school, but at the same time, I'm worried because I can't keep an eye on him. Wow, he's a lucky guy. I understand, I have similar worries. But he seems to be enjoying school. He'll find his way someday. All I can do is guide him in the right direction. I see. That's a small relief at least. Thank you, instructor. Speaking of which, were you looking for info on Jaegers? Do you know something? I actually saw some Jaeger-type people in town today. They wore normal clothes, but they seemed a little different. I see. Do you know where they may have went? That I don't know, but it looked like they were heading out of town. Then it sounds like they aren't staying here. Because if they were, they'd most certainly be spending the night with a beautiful lady like yourself. Oh, we got a bashful one here. These sisters really just get me. Ignoring what my colleague said. Thank you, that was very helpful. Oh, really? I'm glad I could help. Please update me about how Ash is doing from time to time. Yes, of course. See you later, sister. Let's meet again when Eidios isn't watching, Well, I could talk with Ash. I need to be a better sister. Oh yes, once I'm finished cleaning, I have to tell everyone about tomorrow's summer festival mass. I made a whole bunch of flyers to pass out just for the occasion. She's such a pure, hardworking sister. Kinda makes me want to don my habit again, or take hers off. Alright, easy there, Sister Angelica. Hello there, what'll it be? Good evening, I'm looking for something that's on the menu, preferably you. Sorry, Julia, she's always like this. Oh, are you two acquainted? And why haven't you introduced me to her? Why would I? I've been coming here for a while. Yeah, Sara helped me out of a jam once. If she's the one asking, I'll answer anything. Well, you seem to know why we stopped by. That certainly makes things easier. Reen explained her circumstances to Julia and asked about the Jaegers. Aha, so it was the Jaegers you were investigating. I didn't want Ash involved in something so dangerous, so that's why I didn't say anything earlier. Alright then, 2 big shots were here just the other day. The Sanguine Ogre and Blitz from the Red Constellation. Shirley, Orlando, and Gareth. We ran to Shirley in St. Arc, and I didn't think she'd be here. Lovely, let's just hope the duo's on vacation. I do see the Red Constellation streaking here from time to time, but it's been a while since I saw them last. You be careful too, Sara. Okay, we've got an event once I head outside, right? What an unexpected source. Yeah, the nightlife here sure brings us surprises. Let's go over everything we know somewhere else. Jaeger Corps are in the city, but that's the most I've got. Nihon, Zephyr, the Red Constellations, almost like they're on rotation. The Purple Corps is the most mysterious of them all. They may never have set foot in Raquel. Instructor? So are they really the Northern ones? Rebranded? You got something in mind? No, I'm just mulling over the possibilities. It could be anyone. Enhanced Jaegers from the Society, a squad from an intelligence division in disguise, or even a disbanded escort fleet. Yeah, I heard the government's forced the Silver Whale to disband. They're disbanding actual sea Jaegers, huh? It'd be nice if we had something more decisive. Like from a person who's in direct contact with them, someone with connections. You think anyone like that exists? If you mean an informant, then you have your pick of Lure and Raquel. Yeah, we ran into one earlier today. I'm thinking he might have contact with Nidhogg. Hick, I shouldn't have drank this much. Is he drunk? Get him! Heh, well, I done make mirror this good every day. Gotta use it while I still got it. If only knew blonde was open. I can still test my luck at the casino. Hey, nice to see you again. I'm sure the drinks you bought with the mirror selling out ash tasted real good. What you saying, Ash and Chevalier? Whoa, you're the Purple Lightning, and you're from House Ragnar. Oh yes, we've met a few times before. How did you know who I was just from my face? Oh, you're just a helpless source mirror for me. And you're both so beautiful. I'd sure give anything to get to know you better. What, is that a super hot babe standing naked right over there? Oh, come on! Huh? Oh, I'm not about to fall for her. Where is she? Where? Damn it! After him! I still don't see a naked girl anywhere! He's such a snake. You two, don't fall for the oldest trick in the book. Sorry, he got me for a split second. That was a horrible attack on my very soul. Heh. It's gonna go through the window. Oh, what? Anything goes now. God damn, this guy's just like that old lady who was running from us back then in the crossbell. Whoa, where are you? Heh, go back to flirting with each other. Sorry, I'm from the Bracer Guild. Excuse me. Next we're gonna chase him on top of a train or something. Ciao, cutie. Oh, blush. Hey, Marichel. Hashtag cuck Rick. My dentures! Ugh, crap. Looking good. Here you go. How is this guy so fast? Whew, I finally lost some. Time to go back to the hideout and lay low for a bit. Huh? Claire?
Mirror device, activate!
She's hot.
This is a surprise.
Is that a mirror device? Huh. So you're in town? Yes. Off duty, of course.
Major Claire!
Nice. You sure look good in civilian clothes. Good evening, Rean. And to you two as well, Sara, Angelica. I stopped your perpetrator here, but maybe I overdid it a tad?
Okay, let's tie him to a chair and interrogate him. After that, everyone went to the pub near the station and traded information over dinner. So it's not related to the RMP? Hey, where do you put the informant? Did you just leave him unconscious? Correct, I have some personal matters to attend to, so I'll be returning to the capital tomorrow. I'm in the city to enjoy some leisure time at the casinos and theaters. Yeah, right, that doesn't sound like you one bit. More like you're here on your own to follow up on the Jaegers. To help out the branch campus or Millium, I'm sure. Major, a sullen frown upon the lips of a woman is beautiful in its own way. Yet I would much rather see your stunning smile. Stop hitting on her. I understand the government's intent. So long as the branch campus is here, however, the government doesn't have any reason to worry about the state of the Lemaire province. I know you're on break, but what would you say to cooperating on this matter? Rean. You're right, now isn't the best time to work separately. Tomorrow's the start of the Imperial Provincial Council, too, so it'd be nice to have some help. I'll tell you what the RMP currently has on file. In return, tell me what you know. Is that fair? Fair enough. To start, a few members of Zephyr are hanging around. This Red Constellation too. They've got about a medium-sized crew. Seems like that one enforcer from the society brought them with her. Yeah, surely, the sanguine ogre. From what we understand, the Red Constellation was last spotted a few days ago. Zephyr, on the other hand, has been seen more frequently. We also have reason to believe the Red Constellation is camping nearby. And the same goes for Nihon and an unidentified group of purple Jaegers. So, you don't know who they are? Hard to imagine the Intelligence Division drawing a blank. I'm sure the Intelligence Division already knows. I believe they just won't tell anyone outside of a specific circle. What I can confirm is that they have no relation to the Silver Whale. In fact, it's more likely they were hired as Marquis Ballad and Kleist & Co.'s private army. I see. So Hugo's family is involved in this. Well, Kleist & Co. has become a real powerhouse in recent years. Marquis Ballad has been known to do whatever he so pleases. Supposedly, he's been pushing to become the next Duke Cayenne. I've noticed he's been giving orders to Brigadier General Bardius as though he owns the man. He's also one of the reasons the canyon has gotten neglected. Bet the Imperial government would just love to use that so they could swoop in and start barking out their own orders. Just like they did in Summerland. Would anyone mind if I summarize where we currently stand? We have 4 known Jaeger Corps roaming the area. The Red Constellation has connections to the Society. Someone we don't know hires Zephyr. Then we have Nihon and an unidentified 4th Corps in purple. Let's put aside Zephyr's deal for a moment. Have we confirmed if either Nihon or the Purple Corps were also hired help? I'm almost certain Nihon is indeed hired help. But those Purple Jaegers, they felt as that they had some kind of obsession. Passion like that comes from something more personal than a contract. If they're the Northern ones, then they probably would have a bit of a grudge against the Empire. Zephyr and the Red Constellation were opposing each other in Summerland. If the Purple Jaegers and Nihon are similarly in opposition, then could there be some teamwork going on? So, some enemy of my enemy is my ally deal. And it would explain why Zephyr and the Red Constellation haven't been moving. They could be waiting for their opening acts of sorts to finish. That's a good way of putting it. Maybe we should look at this a little more. Don't forget our earlier lead. Oh, I didn't know the Icy Maiden was with you. I won't run or hide anymore. Do your worst. Give me a break. I could turn you into the guild, you know, but we'd rather ask you some questions. If you don't like that, we can also let Brigadier General Bardius at the Naval Fortress keep you company. You make for some prime suspicious activity when the Imperial Provincial Council is about to take place. I can escort him to the RMP, in which case interrogation will take place in Ordis or the capital's HQ. Fine, I just need a spill, right? It's not like I got anything good to share. Then share it. I am an informant. I can't just give it to you. If you really want it... What do you want, Mira? New info? I want all 3 of you to step on me. I think he's awakened to a new fetish. How could I? That old man was a real perv. I'm sure he would have been thrilled to see you in your uniform and boots, Major. That's not something I feel comfortable knowing. At least his fetish worked to our favor? We know where to go next. The high-end club, Noe Blonde, and members-only casino, Alicia. The 2 places where Zephyr and Red Constellation were last spotted. It's worth knowing that Noe Blonde used to have other clubs in the capital and Crossbell. They were once owned and operated by the Red Constellation for some extra cash. Oh, and I'm sure those were some squeaky clean storefronts. The rights were sold after the Civil War before the military could seize them. It may be worth looking into the chance they're still connected. Let's explore the options we have for now. Alright, so we'll go to the club and play with a few girls, chat them up. Then we'll swing by the casino and ask the bunny girls to be my new cuddle bunnies. You're way too used to playing around. Well, I'm in favor of hitting the club first. How would you like to accompany us, Claire? I'd be happy to. I'm not used to exploring the nightlife, so if one of you could show me what it's all about, Sara or Angelica. That's all I've ever wanted, my dear. Come, we've had ourselves a champagne tower. Hey, don't let me in with her. As Claire joined the trio, they agreed to begin around 8 PM. The night was certainly going to prove an interesting one. Something's going down here. Yang, something's wrong. He left the Kleist Mall a long time ago. Yeah, with the negotiations happening so late at night. It's only about an hour away by orbital car. It shouldn't take him this long. Seems like something happened. Rean, you want to check it out? You don't even need to ask. Is something wrong? Oh, you're... I saw you guys earlier today. We're at the military academy. We came for our field exercises. I'm technically a bracer. What's going on here? A bracer? I haven't seen one of you in a long time. I've heard that students from the branch campus of a famous military academy had come here for field exercises. Well, we're close. We're affiliated with them. If there's anything we can do to help, will you tell us what's going on? Well, my brother, the manager here at Ikaros Mart, hasn't come back yet. He went to Ordis to talk business with a new mall. He should have been back by now, but we're afraid he might have gotten into an accident. Stop, Yang. I see. Understood. Well, it's getting late. This is worrisome. From Ordis to here, that's quite a distance. We need to continue our investigation, but we'll let you decide, Reen. Will you allow us to help? Though considering the circumstances, I don't know how much help we can be. Thank you. Thank you. We've been fighting a lot lately, but he is my friend and her immediate family. Alright, leave it to us. Now it's decided. Let's go. Yeah, to West Gate, right? Knight Rider. Well, there goes the sun. I know there are orbment lights out here, but this isn't going to be easy. Let's first check and see if the truck made it to the canyon road. Once we get closer, we can contact the field exercise camp. What? Damn it, give me a break here. Oh man, if only Yang were here right now. Maybe it won't take us as long as I thought. It sounded like that voice was just off the road. In some sort of trouble. What are we waiting for? Let's find him. Am I imagining things? I swear I felt another presence.
Alright, let's go. Yeah!
The moon is so beautiful. Ah, beautiful, she says. It's like the night was made for the two of us.
Or not. Try not to forget why we're here.
Okay, need to get over down there.
Yeah!
Looks like a toughie. Stay on your toes.
What, a truck? Damn old piece of crap. What am I doing blaming the truck? It's my fault for trying to cheap out on maintenance. Yang ordered me and everything. Are you okay? Whoa, wait, who are you? I'm a bracer. The others are other things. We ran into your friend and sister at Ikaros Mart and he told us to find you. So here we are. Oh, well, you're certainly getting me out of a bind. I was hoping to save my tires a bit of wear, so I tried to take a shortcut. That was all well and good till I hit a rock and my engine crapped out. Seriously? Driving out here at night is already dangerous, but going off-road is practically suicide. That's right, the lights aren't just guideposts, but a monster deterrent as well. The truck's not completely busted, is it? Maybe I can help. That presence again! Everyone, move! Huh? I dropped my guard! Below us! Oh no, is it Abyss Worm? Whoa! It's even bigger. Eek! That's some sort of Abyss Worm. It must have been after a truck. It seems we're not getting out of here without a fight. Yeah, let's do this. Bring it on it, ready.
That's a strong one. Let's kick its ass.
Okay. Accelerate. Both of them have it.
Evan Dragon Formation!
Helix. would be perfect considering our situation.
Roar! Helix strike! It's down!
This one's mine!
Take this! Now!
This one's mine! Let's go!
Zero impact.
How's this? Break!
An opening!
It's my turn.
Thundering Roar. How vulnerable are you? It looks like I have a 25% chance then. Speed down.
Arcus activate!
Wait!
I'm up!
Damn, Earthquaker. Is it because the moment it gets hit once it's gonna start doing that like the air abyss worms? Good thing it's not fighting in as a team, otherwise they'd be screwed.
Let's go! Raging fire formation! It's my turn! Roar! Helix strike! Now!
Here! Yeah!
Lots of AT delays going on here.
This one's on the house!
And got him.
Let's go! Scatter your foes! Light speed flash! Let's go!
Yes! Ha! Now!
An opening! Let's go! Sit! Now!
This one's mine! I got this!
Thundering Roar.
Here's our chance!
An opening!
Huh.
I'm up!
Scatter your foes! Light speed flash!
It's my turn! Arcus activate!
It's my turn!
If I do that, would Claire still be in range? I don't know.
Here's our chance!
An opening!
Yes!
No, she is not, but there is a way to fix this.
Now's my chance! Mortal Mirage! Now's our chance!
This one's mine!
Let's do it!
An awkward formation, but it'll work. Hold on, I need to link with you. I should probably check out everyone else's S-crafts soon. Yeah, so once the strength buff goes off, then I'll start unloading that start unloading some S crafts, yeah? Yeah, sounds good.
Now! This one's mine!
Yeah!
It's my turn.
Okay, let's test the waters, see how strong yours is first.
Time to get a little serious! Ah!
Worst case scenario, I'll just use AT Advance to get everyone back up.
Northern Lightning! That make you feel all tingly?
It's my turn!
Coming at you full force! You ready for this? Dragon Kick!
Yes!
Hers is physical. Kaleido Force.
Suppressing targets. Mirror devices in place. Orba laser, fire! Mission complete. May you rest in peace. Battle complete. Let's proceed.
Steel Bell.
All right, got it!
Whew, that thing wasn't playing around. But between the four of us, it wasn't so bad. It didn't hurt that Reen was able to fight at his full strength. Huh, you're gonna make me blush. She must have noticed I was suppressing my powers before. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you for— oh hell, I don't think I can stand up. Here, let me give you a hand. And I'll take a look at that engine. After that, Angelica quickly repaired the engine, and everyone took the truck back to Raquel. Can't believe you took the back road at night. I always tell you this and I don't want to say it again, but maybe it wasn't the best idea this time around. Yeah, I messed up. I wasn't well equipped either. And most importantly, I shouldn't have gone this late at night. Seriously, you really let that sales manager take advantage of you. I get you want to use this mall to springboard us forward, but I think we should focus on getting along again first. Yeah. But that would cause our sales for this month too, I mean. Thank you. If you hadn't come, I would have been swallowed whole. Thank you for saving my brother. Though I suppose I should expect no less from the famous wars or a bracer for that matter. No problem, miss. It's what we're here for. I'm just glad you're safe. And the damage to your truck doesn't seem that bad. I think this was a good lesson for you. Please be careful from now on. I would like to thank you too. Please accept this. Knight Rider quest completed. Celestial Bomb EX. 3000 Mira. But Clark turned out alright. We've been fighting a lot lately, but he really is a nice guy. I'll talk to him and make sure he doesn't do anything crazy again. Thank you so much. I don't know what would have happened if you had never come here. Yang and Cappy were so worried about me. I just feel awful about it. I won't push myself so hard anymore. I'm gonna have to have a real good talk with Yang about the future of our store. Glad my brother came home safely. Thank you all for everything. Have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.